The Brashear Lady Tigers junior high basketball team faced host Green City Thursday night in the Green City tournament. Brashear scored first, but Green City's relentless defensive pressure held Brashear's scoring in check, allowing Green City to take a 6-3 lead after one quarter and a 17-6 lead at halftime. Green City continued to outscore Brashear in the second half and won by a final score of 31-10. Kaylee Hall and Sadie Potter each scored 4 points for Brashear, with Abigail Kirby adding 2 points. The Brashear boys team also faced Green City in their Thursday night game. Green City came out pressing hard and converted numerous turnovers into points. The Gophers held Brashear scoreless in the first quarter to take a 26-0 lead and were up 40-8 at halftime. Brashear never could get their offense to click and scored only 1 point in the second half as Green City won by a margin of 63-9. Jacob Blything scored 5 points for Brashear, Colt Acton had 2, and Brody Henricks and Tyler Watson had 1 point each. The Brashear Lady Tigers faced Novinger in the Green City third place game Friday. Brashear got on the board first and held the lead most of the way despite it being a very low-scoring game. Novinger finally caught up and tied the game at 12-12 with 16 seconds left to play. Brashear brought the ball up the court and called timeout with 4 seconds left. The Lady Tigers then executed an inbound play, lobbing the ball across to the weak side of the lane for a buzzer-beating layup to win 14-12. Sadie Potter and Kaylee Hall each scored 4 points for Brashear, with Abigail Kirby and Kylie Williams scoring 3 points each. The boys' third-place game was between Brashear and La Plata. La Plata jumped out to a 19-10 first-quarter lead and never looked back as they outdistanced Brashear 46-13 to take the third-place trophy. For Brashear, Brody Henricks, Marshall Goff, and Colt Acton scored 4 points each, and Patrick Jochimson scored 1 point. The Brashear Tigers played host to the Atlanta Hornets Monday night. The Lady Tigers took a 4-0 lead after one quarter and were up 14-3 at half. Atlanta came out fired up after the halftime break and closed the score to 18-6 after 3 quarters. The game was too close to call throughout the fourth quarter, but Brashear hung on for the 24-21 win. Abigail Kirby scored 6 points for Brashear. Casey Mihalovich, Kaylee Hall, and Sydney Sykes had 4 each, and Kylie Williams and Sadie Potter scored 3 points each. The boys' game was all Atlanta as they jumped out to a 22-8 lead after one quarter and led 34-10 at halftime. The second half was more of the same as Atlanta cruised to a 55-19 win. Brody Henricks scored 11 points for Brashear. Devin Morrison and Lucas Gergerich had 3 each, and Colt Acton scored 2 points. Tuesday night, Brashear hosted La Plata for junior high basketball. In the girls' game, La Plata took an early 5-2 lead after one quarter and were ahead 11-3 going into halftime. La Plata had a breakout quarter in the third, pushing their lead to 34-6 on their way to a 38-8 win. Abigail Kirby, Haley Lawrence, and Kylie Williams scored 2 points each, and Kaylee Hall and Robin Wagster scored 1 point each. 52 points is a lot of scoring in the first half of a junior high basketball game. Unfortunately for Brashear, La Plata was accounting for most of that as they took a 45-7 lead into the locker room. Brashear came out fired up in the third quarter and outscored La Plata 13-3 to close the gap to 50-21, but were unable to sustain their scoring drive and fell to La Plata by a final score of 58-24. Colt Acton led Brashear scorers with 15 points, Patrick Jochimson added 3, and Brody Henricks and Marshall Goff scored 2 points each.